EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Now it's Wilson. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Stills the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up, that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point good by Gronkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And now out come the Patriots. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 56 yards. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a...
And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run with Drake, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Parker, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he fires one incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 3rd down here. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether there's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Kyle Van Noy leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill going deep here for Stills. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking that time for Stills. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On first down, Brady. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you it's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Now a carry for White. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught by Allen for a New England touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 1st down, Drake. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie, the coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. It's caught, Stills, right side. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Patriots have it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, which you're counting on.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Brady, 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Brady now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught at the 10. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Now it's Wilson. So we've come to halftime after a victory. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. Cordero Patterson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cordero Patterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on.
One of the most athletic, electrifying players with a ball in his hand that I've scouted in many, many years. I thought he'd be a better receiver in the league. That hasn't happened. But his special teams coach, he gives him the green light to return it from anywhere in the end zone, and now you see why.
I think you used the right word, partner, electrifying. Cordero Patterson, we saw it there. He is electrifying. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Right back to Drake. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Brady now on 1st down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Patriots continue to roll. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupy people. They're allowed to be no less than a one-on-one situation. Allows him to get home.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah. Not bad.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for precise, because if you're at 70% or better,
I told you I have this cancer website on my phone, patients, where you can communicate with other people with cancers and stuff. And this lady had posted a picture of her son, somebody just dying, and they're going to put a kid into him. He said, "Still out with bones sticking out." I said, "Oh,
they'll run with White. He's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front.
They're talking about a feeling too because he lost too much weight. He's
over 100 here as well. And 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball.
Like they keep putting through more shit. And then you gotta go through shit. Gotta go through surgeries and all kind of mess.
Incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
Well, it's the stage first. They still do it. They
easier said than done.
Because he can't eat.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little
just
bit
like
better.
you said,
But I don't
just
know if
give
I would be daunted by them
him
stopping
pain
me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now on 4th down, we've
like
got a
they do
whistle
with Terry
here
Shire,
and a
same
timeout.
thing.
It's just their
Put all
first.
that
They'll be down
stuff.
to
It's
2
still
remaining
then,
as we step
like if they would
aside
have let
here
that guy
in
into
the
the heart
4th
attack, it would have
quarter.
been more
And with things
humane.
looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are pouring it on. The point after try for Gostkowski. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
I guess I got to call. I guess I got to call old man and see if he.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
Yeah.
Now it's Wilson.
The other day he wasn't. He was in the bed the other day.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Yeah.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit, he's on base and brings Jack to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to some up puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now. He's getting
another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throwing his Brady on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left. And this is caught. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will swell by one more. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. To the right side, complete to Escobar. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Tannehill over the middle, and it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Tannehill now to throw. He goes underneath the Drake. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Pats, Hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in.